Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel. Month of Freedom.
Yeehaw, brothers. We are back to working on the C7. You're not going to see much of us in these shirts. We're actually going to be just finishing up for the day, but I wanted to get this video kicked off. The C7's motor is in, as you guys saw in the last video. And by the end of this video, you should see this thing firing up, which will be freaking awesome. We got our boy Jeremy back in town, so he's going to slap a bald eagle freaking tune on this thing. Very excited to see what the C7 can do with this new Texas Speed LTX deal. I'm excited. So we got to hook up the air conditioning, we got to hook up the motor mounts, aren't done yet and tight. We got to hook up a different methanol system that we have. We got to do all the harness grounding on the back of the head, intake on, LT4 injectors in, things like that. We definitely have our work cut out for us, but we'll get this thing chipped away, put together. But for now, we'll pretty much be seeing you in the morning. All right, guys, this is just an in-betweener clip on one of our in-between days while we're doing just a bunch of the little stuff, like putting the steering rack back in, the water pump, just the random stuff like that. Turns out we won't be able to run our Texas Speed valve covers right now. Once we get an extension kit for our coils and everything, we can put them in the fenders, we'll put these bad boys back on. But sadly, it looks like we're going back to our stock valve covers for now. It just brings a tear to my eye. Where are them things at, dude? They are so ugly. Gosh dang it, man. Look at these things. Terrible, right, Coop?
That is pretty ugly.
As long as they clear, we're gonna run these and have to switch to the aftermarket ones later. Nice valve cover. Lane valve cover. All right, steering rack is in. Plugging all that stuff back in, ABS back in. You gotta just tighten that to the mount. You gotta put the headers on. You gotta do the other valve cover, other header. Plugging all the NOx sensors, grounds. Plug the computer back in.
Whoa. We don't need the NOx sensors where we're going.
Oh, Jeremy likes them, dude. If this was a freaking LS, you know, we wouldn't have to worry about that. And voila, look at that. Supercharger on, intake on, that valve cover's done, this whole side's done. James doing the header over there. We gotta put some charge pipes on so that the boost goes from the ProCharger through the intercooler, up out of the intercooler to the intake, into the engine, bald eagles out the back. Gotta get that done. But guys, this thing looks insane. Got belts are both on. Look at that big old 10 rib belt on that new ProCharger 10 rib setup. This thing looks unreal. We got the charge pipes, the radiator hoses, things like that have to go on while James finishes that up. But guys, this thing will be running today, and I am very excited. We're about to hear them bald eagles screaming. James, how do you feel about working on a nicer, newer car?
It's a little bit more stressful because you got like paint that's nice to worry about.
You gotta be careful with that.
And being a new car with like AC and a big old fuse box and like all this stuff in the way.
It's all around not as good.
Yeah, it's not a race car.
James is like, I need my race car back. It's coming together quick. We're about an hour away from firing it up, I'd say. So, put these where they belong. Oh, I probably could just grab a couple of those. A couple more hose clamps for our radiator fan on.
There's a hose clamp right here.
And we're good. So here's our octane boost device.
It's quite the contraption you built yourself.
This is our methanol triple nozzle injection system that I am not super thrilled about. But
you got a lot going on right there.
a lot of fuel system. That's direct injection for you. Unless we start changing up our direct injection pump style. I mean, we have all LT4 stuff, but this is all we can do for now.
Look at the plus side, you get room for 3 more.
Probably 5 more if we really want to get after it.
Get them right there, so we put them in between each other.
Yeah, a little sketch. Alrighty, folks, we are at the point where we're cutting zip ties. That means we're getting to the ending here. I mean, radiator's all bolted together, the ProCharger's all put together, the methanol is done, the fuel system is done, which James made look great. Looks really nice. And we actually had some kind of crappy fuel lines on this from when we originally made it high powered, and we changed that all out for some really nice PTFE fuel line that won't stink like E85. And the only thing we won't have in is the catch can for the first startup, but dude, we're freaking close.
Yeah, we're gonna start it with out and on, just so we can see if it's any kind of crazy crankcase ventilation
100%.
issues going on, and then once we know it's good for the first startup, then slap that on and it'll be ready to go. But yeah, we're oil and coolant away from starting this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the wheel wells and stuff out because the fuel system runs down the side of the car. We're just gonna check for leaks, anything like that. But yeah, coolant, which we got right there, oil, which we got over there, supplied by Texas Speed, brake-in oil, and an oil filter, and this thing should be ready to click on. And Jeremy's here too, so we got some backup. Woohoo! Dang, all right, I'll put it on a battery charger and we'll just make sure it's got some juice.
Getting, you got the last radiator hose on?
Yeah, dude, radiator hose done.
Yeah, I'll start getting, I'll put the oil filter on, start getting oil and coolant in it, and you can mess with the battery.
All right, cool. That's called an air charge.
It's a Bluetooth charger, guy.
Them clips are strong.
I'm talking about, I got that thing hooked on there.
I mean, how old is that thing? Like 10 years old?
that battery charger's been living life. All right, boys.
You doing the old crouch filter install?
Little Joe Gibbs racing oil here. Braking oil, I mean.
Just filling the filter. James, you see that?
That's a James method. Started
Fill
doing
the
that when
filter?
old James came around.
On a fresh motor that's got nothing but assembly lube in it, it's a good thing to do.
There you go.
The man, folks. Hey, you want me to cross-thread this on?
Sure, you're changing it.
All right, it's done.
This is pretty fancy.
Little sketch.
A lot of
Sure.
stuffs.
It's our octopus.
Yeah.
That's our octane opus. That sounds bad. When you think about it, that's just our octane booster. So that's like the freaking state-of-the-art octane booster. You don't put it in the tank, it just injects it before you. I'm a little worried though with that many nozzles that close to the mass airflow sensor, that's gonna trip it out.
Listen to this. The benefit is you can't get oil anywhere because you didn't hook up your oil feed on your turbo because it doesn't have that. Normally on first startup, it's a first startup thing.
I know what you guys are thinking. Surely they changed the oil on the Pro Charger. The answer is we didn't. Okay, we didn't get the oil in time.
I'm not thinking that.
What are a couple extra miles gonna do? Some dyno time? She'll be alright.
I wasn't thinking that, but please don't call me Shirley.
Them things are robust. So yeah.
Those things are units.
They're literally called a unit. It says unit on it.
It's a head unit for sure.
Jeremy!
Jeremy!
We'll let you talk for as long as you want.
You talking about airflow?
Loves talking.
Alright. All
Huh?
it is he heard airflow and
He started touching his beard.
Can we start this?
Gosh, man.
Tuning out.
Hey, can we talk about airflow? No. Aerodynamics?
Yeah.
Okay, folks, this is freedom test. Attempt number 1. We're gonna see if we got any fuel leakage, anything like that. I'll give her prime.
Think something cool's gonna happen.
Okay.
Think we'll hear some noise.
See on. Be on.
Throttle. The throttle body went. Big old cobweb in your hair right
Is there fuel in it?
Gas in it?
Yeah, not all of it leaked out. I had caps when I did the fuel system.
Oh yeah, it says almost full thing.
I did good at saving all your gas you just put in it.
Dude, I got so much spider web in my head.
He filled it up. That never fails, filling up a car and then it breaking. That's like
10 out of 10 times.
pretty much every time.
Watch out, watch out.
We're not talking about your spider issues. Jeremy, you made it down from your castle.
Okay, guys.
Later.
Yeah.
Hey, you primed it already?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you priming.
Sitting there getting attacked by spiders.
He thinks they're crawling off.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There we go. He's running. once you put the filter on,
Not gonna help that much. You're overdriving the whole time.
Very cost, dude. $427, dude. That's spicy. That's all I'm talking about.
Chopping wood out here.
Texas speed in the house, brother. Woo! Sounds
We're
good.
gonna have more coming out, so we're gonna have to like put it away.
You want to up the stretch can? Is that what you're saying? Need a bigger one?
motor's gonna have more blow by.
Okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty good right now, but yeah, like when we're on the dyno, make a big boost. So we put the biggest pulley that you said, and everything's exactly how you wanted it, boost-wise. We gotta test out the methanol, triple nozzle. I think stuck in some air. Oh,
Blowing hot air.
blowing hot air into the thing. Everything's good, dude. It's charging. It's like everything's right. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, no problems, no leaks. That's good.
Everything seems straight, man. It's holding temp and everything perfect.
You got a good bit of big air bubbles when you're whacking it.
There's a lot of air bubbles, yeah.
Like good ones.
So you think? I think at this point we let it settle.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool
And
down.
The fan's working how it should now too.
Yeah,
It's still
like
like-
went off.
Bubble guts in the mouth. Oh.
That warm, Jeremy? That's thing.
It's a little bit warm. I will.
Oh, you got them
what was it idling at? Was it idling higher?
It
Or?
was idling at like 825 or so. 850 average.
Goodness, it sounded like it was idling.
That's starting to get hot now. Oh, did it suck some down?
I got a feeling you might want to step up for more clamps with that extra boost. I mean, it's been
Like
good to you.
T-bolt, yeah.
It's been good to you, but you're definitely going to be leaning out of it a little more.
Okay. Yeah, those are the OG ProCharger kit worm clamps. I feel like it's got some juice.
This side is where it's starting to get pretty, but there's a sequence of like the milking type thing.
I mean, I've seen you milk a cow. It's impressive.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no doubt about that.
I've seen him milk a golden retriever.
You pretty much milk anything.
This guy can milk anything.
Guy's milked an almond before. You should have seen it.
I've seen a milk a frog. You should have seen that.
All
Wow.
right, well, I'd say that we got it started and running.
It's
So
a
that's probably
success.
good enough for this video.
Phase 1 complete.
Phase 1 complete. Phase 2, we drive it, put some break-in miles on it, change the oil. Phase 3, we hand it over to the tuning wizard, aka tuning father, aka father timing, aka Jeremy. And we make some power. How do you feel?
Forgot golden exotic.
Golden exotic.
Golden king.
Goodness.
I haven't even heard that one.
Don't look that up, kids.
Exotic.
Jeremy exotic. All right, guys. I think that's the plan. You good with that? Tune in early next week.
Sure.
All right.
Pencil us in.
All right, boys. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Do it for Dale. We'll freaking see you on the dyno next week. Yeet.